The stress that we went through trying to set up this episode.
Oh, yeah, recording.
Just to end up not even using one of the mics. Boy, if you know this Toby guy, this is the freak.
Hi guys.
You've seen him before. Yeah. He's gonna be micless. He's gonna be sharing with Tima.
I'll just be here vibes, bro.
But obviously, you know the vibes.
We are here.
This is the bedroom project, but obviously this ain't no bedroom. This is the kitchen. But yeah, man, if you're just listening for the first time, welcome to the show.
Yes, greetings.
This is episode, I don't even know what episode we're on.
I think it's 8.
Season 2 episode, like,
it's crazy.
6,
you guys aren't that consistent.
Nah, we're not that. The thing is, we're consistent, but we just don't release episodes.
It happens. We've recorded like 2-3 episodes that haven't made it out.
There was 2 episodes before this that we recorded. And
literally.
The audio is the biggest
audio problems. It's like there's a hater. It doesn't want to see us win.
I'm Ray.
And I'm Tima. And you're tuning into the project.
Yes, sir.
This is my long-time childhood friend. I've known this nigga for a minute, but you may also know him as the CEO.
Not even.
Tell him about yourself.
It's changed now. Started off as the wear apparel. It's treasured now. I'm wearing an old T-shirt, but now
show the camera the graphic.
It's just a graphic like King David because it's like Christian streetwear. So
it's like if you're just listening, it's like romantic era type Bible art, but it's hard as fuck.
Yes, sir. So that's what I do, bro. And like we had like an event recently, so we
What's the name of the brand for the people?
Just type in Treasured Collective. So it's kind of like we do merch, we do events. It's kind of like a little movement now. It kind of like it's a movement for real. Like we're just doing events, we do merch, we do.
Because if you see them, I've been noticing you do a lot more of those events than clothes drops.
Yeah, so what happened is through TikTok, like just promoting it, I kind of said to people who would be interested in doing like a little choir type, Sunday service type thing. Because obviously me, I look up to Kanye crazy. Like, you've been there that. So I wanted to do something similar, and then just people really on it. And then I was like, let's just go with it. Spreading the word of God, bro.
Sad.
For sure.
Yeah, man. I've known this nigga for since like we were like 6 years old. We basically came up together and we've just always been sharing ideas.
For sure.
This guy is a businessman of the heart.
The thing is though, when you say you're a businessman of the heart, so it makes you sound like you're cold-hearted. Because most businessmen are like...
But I'm saying like you just had a vision. You always have a vision.
I think I'm just a very ambitious person. I think I'm just...
Okay. But yeah, also, like I said, we're joined by Tobi.
Come on,
AKA
man.
the freak.
Come on, man.
He is a freak. Look at him. If you don't know who he is, tell us about yourself, man.
Yo, my name's Tobi the freak, however you want to say it, like either one. I'm producer, artist, DJ.
Yes, sir.
I'm just a guy for real.
Multifaceted.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't put too many labels on me because I'm just a guy for real. I don't know, like go on Spotify or SoundCloud or Apple Music or Google or Bing, Microsoft, Yahoo, Ask Jeeves, anywhere you want to.
Jeeves, bro.
And just type in all caps, Tobi the freak. And then you'll find out about me. If you don't know, you'll get to know.
For sure.
And then obviously there's Lamar, who's the host of the show. So if you don't know,
I'm actually tired as fuck.
She is so tired. I can't lie. I had to drag this baby out of bed. And she's like,
I had to. I'll do my corset from 12 till 12. Literally.
Bro, I was gonna ask you. Bro, I was
do
gonna
it
ask
on time.
Uni is kicking your ass, like. I'm not trying to be like you in a couple of weeks, so I'm just doing my corset little by little.
I'm not trying to be like
That's
you.
actually so rude. I had a course with due Friday, so that's
But I like the dedication.
I mean, I was literally the whole week I was going to library, to be honest. I was either in my room or library.
When did you start?
Like a week ago.
And when was it set?
No, I obviously went into lectures.
Avoid
but
the
I actually
question.
started.
When was it set?
Started,
When was it set? When was it set?
Just like 2 weeks
When
ago.
was it
Like 3
set?
weeks. It was a 3 week. No, let me
You know what I mean? When was it set though?
One was 3 weeks and one was 6 weeks. 6.
Okay.
The 6 weeks when
I'll be real. I'm not even gonna flame you.
One was 3 weeks, one was 6 weeks.
I'm not even gonna flame you because she has an earlier deadline than everybody else.
Yeah, because listen, like we have two courseworks in one module. We have
How many words is it?
Coursework. No, it wasn't me TK. I did that quick. That's calm. That's why I rate all in 12 hours.
Bro, anyway.
So it was fine. It wasn't that bad, but I was tired.
I need to invest in one.
Tee up, team.
Can't lie, guys. This is saving us right now. Shout out to Focusrite.
Scarlett, bro. Let me tell you something. For all you bedroom producers, bro. If you're thinking, oh man, I wanna get into making music.
Focusrite.
Get yourself a Focusrite. The little like kit. It comes with like a mic and everything. It's calm, bro. You can get good sounding audio for cheap these days, bro. If you know where to look. That's my advice to you.
Shout out to Focusrite. Shout out to Pierre.
Word.
He's hard. He makes music too.
Word.
We'll put his shit in the description.
Pierre,
this is Pierre's, bro. He's my flatmate. He literally gave this to us and saved the entire
He
show.
dropped this song with YT, as in the nigga who made Arcteryx on Me No We Don't Write No Pattern. He dropped a song with him like last week called Birthday Cake.
Yeah, I saw that.
That shit is crack, bro. I've been
Pierre's cold.
Pierre's insane.
You know when someone compares something to crack? That's how you know it's.
That's how you know it's serious.
Crack is serious.
I'm saying, think about how crackheads do crack. That's how I'm listening to Pierre's music, bro.
That's wild.
Bro. Shit, bro. Like, when I see him,
Bro is about to fight a stranger.
when I see him, I have to keep it G, though. I have to be like, oh yeah, shit's hard, isn't it?
In the inside, he's screaming.
Fair enough.
I'm dead. He's just my flatmate, so I'm just like, hey Pierre. But yeah, bro. I was even gonna ask you. Obviously, you're doing your whole fashion thing. You're blind, your events, and all of that.
Yeah.
Where did that idea stem from? Like, what was the inspiration? What made you go, I'm gonna do this thing and I'm gonna collab with? You got a partner, Finn. Shout out to Finn.
I couldn't do this without Finn, bro.
How did you? How did it all fall into place, bro? Tell us the story.
Bro, so me and Finn were talking. There's this brand called The Last Disciple, right?
Okay.
It kind of like they do like kind of Christian streetwear, and like they had like Young Thug wearing their tee and stuff like that. And I was like, yo, this is fire. Like I don't see this type of stuff in the UK.
What was this? What age were you?
I was probably like second year, sixth form.
Okay,
I was probably like
cool.
18. So I've been doing this pushing like 2 years now. But yeah, we were 18. At least just mentioned, bro, we just need to start something like this in the UK, because I've been seeing these brands in the UK, like US, even like Catsplant Flea Market, like the Ye Must Be Born Again hoodie, stuff that you can like wear, but it's not like cringe, like it's not like a tee with like Jesus loves you on it, like it's not mad cringe.
It's finished. I'm sorry.
It's not mad cringe, but it's like it's chill, like, you feel me? So then we were just like, yeah, let's just do it. And then from now on, we just been pushing it, pushing it out. It was really slow at first, like it was hard. Like me and Finn really had to work hard, like to even get to this point. And to make the t-shirts cost so much.
Really?
Like making. What are you gonna say?
Do you what was the biggest investment?
The initial one to start off with, we ordered we were stupid. We ordered like 50 t-shirts. Pushing, and it was like
blanks or printed.
It was prints and embroidery. So there was a print on the back, because it used to be called The Way. Like the brand used to be called The Way, but we changed it now to Treasured. So it was like Way because it's a Bible verse in John 14:16 where Jesus says, "I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." So we kind of like got inspired by that to name it that. And like early Christians were even called The Way. They weren't like called Christians, nothing like that.
Okay.
They were called The Way, yeah. So we were like, early Christians were called The Way.
Okay.
They weren't called like Christians because that's what obviously Christ was there. So he was like, yeah, he said he was the way. So they called them The Way people anyway. But so we were like, okay, let's call it that. Because we didn't want to have that kind of like, we didn't want
to
cringe, yeah. It was kind of like
it's subtle.
Yeah, like more ambiguous with it. More ambiguous with it. And so but the biggest investment was starting it. Getting like bare tees, website, all that type of stuff set up is crazy. That stuff is probably, that costs like not being put around 2K just to like push that initial investment. Obviously the first drop was not Gara. It was not Gara at all. Like it wasn't. It didn't sell like that. So it was a bit of a shell shock. Because when you start a business, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna.
You're excited and
you're excited.
All the adrenaline just goes down to like, damn, no one fucks with my shit.
But I kind of don't F for that t-shirt personally. Like I look back at the t-shirt, I'm like, nah, I don't really like it.
Have I seen it?
It's the original one with like, this is the way walking on the back, and the embroidery. Like I don't really F for it. Looking back, it probably wasn't as hard as a tee.
Fair enough. That happens.
But you obviously grow, yeah.
Exactly. Like I would say our best tees to this day are probably these ones, the one I'm wearing now.
Yeah,
the
I think
those ones.
when you drop those ones, I was like, those are hard.
But these cost so much to make. Like, I feel like I'm talking a lot, but
bro, that's the podcast.
I'm talking a lot, but like David, we don't design our stuff. We had a designer called David, right? His name, or Deluxe FRS. He's actually quite big on TikTok. Like he's got like 100k TikTok followers. Okay. Like he's quite big in Bristol, and like we spoke to him about how we could design and how we could design better, because we just think that we just really wanted to up our game on designs. Like this was probably like last year. Really, we and Finn spoke and like, bro, we're like, oh, bro, we need to up our marketing. We need to up our designs. We need to really push this in a better way. So we spoke to David. And this is something we had been working on. This type of tee I've been working on for like 6 months, because it took so long to just get the design perfect, get every single angle right, get the right fonts, get the licensing on the tee. Even to like have like the images, you need to get all the licensing and all this type of stuff, and paying him because we have to redraft it and finding the right type of tee. Because even to find a t-shirt that's the right
blanks,
fit.
I was gonna ask, where do you get your blanks from, or do you have your own cut?
Originally, we were using this. Oh gosh, this is taking me back. So I'll be real. Finn was the one that did most of that stuff. Like I was more marketing, and Finn was more like manufacturing. Talking to like what they call it, talking to manufacturers, factories, things like that. Yeah. Finn was doing all that.
I remember I hit you up because I was doing my shirts as well to find out about your manufacturers. Like you told me.
Yeah, Finn is like, bro, I'm saying I could not have done this to that guy. Like, that's why I be saying like you need to work with white people sometimes, because they be knowing stuff that you don't know.
Yeah, word.
But it's like he was
the connections.
The connections.
What was the thing you said to me the other day?
It's like
your value is your connection.
Yeah, literally, who you know is literally gonna like, you know how they say your network is your net worth. Mm-hmm. Like who you know is gonna decide how much money you make for us. So it's like. Word. Knowing that guy, there was some studio in Cornwall called Blackwell Studios. Mm-hmm. That's who we started with. I think it was called Blackwell. Yeah, Blackwell Studios. And then for this t-shirt, we moved to another studio called Get a Grip. Get a Grip was amazing, but we kind of had some issues with them because they changed who their...
They had to get a grip.
Yeah, for real. Because they changed who their key manufacturer was. Because Blackwell Studios, they didn't have t-shirts which were the right fit. Because I feel like one thing that's so important when you wear t-shirts, like the fit. Like you want, like
the weight of it as well.
Yeah, exactly. You want it to be a heavy t-shirt. You want it to be like,
you don't want it to feel like
exactly
you're wearing paper or something.
Literally, bro. You don't want it to feel like too boxy. Like this is quite a boxy tee. This is like kind of like we want it to feel oversized and kind of like fit the person in a way. So it was like. Finding that type of fit was hard.
And essential.
Exactly. And it's hard and it's costly, because just the t-shirt alone, without even the graphic, costs crazy amounts, bro. So, it's been a journey, and I think marketing...
Sorry, I'm lost. So the studios you're talking about, they don't manufacture their own blanks?
They do manufacture. Sorry, I didn't answer your question properly. Yeah. Blackwell Studio manufacture blanks, right? And then obviously but Get a Grip is a bit better. You can like put your design on it on like a virtual thing, and then they just release that for you. But you don't. But the blanks, if you want to buy literally a blank thing, just go to StanleySeller.com.
Stanley Seller, that's the one you told me about.
Stanley Seller. If you want to just order a blank t-shirt, nothing on it, Stanley Seller's the way to do it. I wouldn't recommend going to a studio, because studios are better for like we didn't really know about. Yeah, if you want to get like a print on it or embroidery, then yeah, you go to like a studio and they'll do that for you. And a lot of people, like if you go to America. Like the American guys, they really like AliExpress, but I feel like the shipment takes ages. Like I was gonna use that first. You know how they have those like zip hoodies that go all the way up, and like the you've probably seen those type of.
I've literally got one.
You know those type of hoodies in America they wear, like the Cardi fans.
The bait.
Cardi fans have a very unique drip, like the Rick Owens.
Like opium fits.
Yeah, like opium fits. Like they're type of the people that make those type of brands. For them, they get a lot of the stuff from AliExpress because they do it really good. I'm not gonna lie, but the shipment takes ages.
Takes time.
And the communication is really hard with them.
Bro, on my life, bro.
Where's AliExpress based?
China.
Trying to get stuff in, and like you have to pay unbelievable amounts on like import tax, stuff like that.
Exactly, import tax is crazy.
It was so tiresome, bro.
It's tiresome, bro. It's not easy. So if you can find one in the UK, it's gonna be more expensive, and also ethically, we want the stuff to be vegan made. We don't want stuff to be like.
Okay. Trying to think about your impact on the environment.
Exactly. Yeah, we want it to be sustainable. We want it to be something that's like, this quality. It's good quality and things of that nature. It's not just like, we're just making child labor type. Yeah. You know what I mean? We don't want it to be. I don't like agree with
ethical.
I don't agree with fast fashion at all. I think fast fashion is like, it kills fashion in a way. Yeah. It kills uniqueness. Because you kind of see people wearing the same type of clothes, and it's like,
on me.
I don't know, but it's not
NPC drip.
It's not even NPC drip. I'm telling you, bro. There'll be everything I'm wearing right now, everything that you're wearing right now. The fucking ASOS or one of them fast fashion brands will have that stuff.
Because Jaded London.
Jaded, bro. Jaded pose.
Fashion,
they pose as like some independent, like, you know, we're just like low-key indie kids, like, bro. You have child slaves in Sri Lanka.
Trends and stuff, and
they're going off of trends.
And trends change so quickly. Every month,
it's a new thing.
It's insane. Like, it takes 7 days from it takes like 7 days from conceptualization to having the product in hand for these fast fashion. Do you know how fast that is?
That's crazy.
Fast fashion is crazy. It's
H&M can design the products and have it in stores
in a week.
That's nuts. I hear it.
So as soon as they see a trend,
more. That's what everybody just consume.
Booze crazy.
Like, the thing is, on a personal, like, I already don't really like. I'm saying, like, my personal style doesn't really align with a lot of like brands. But then when stuff like Jaded came around, the how hard they pushed on Instagram made me not want to like.
Yeah. I keep seeing the ads all the time.
Feeling like. Maybe I'm stubborn, but I don't like feeling like being told. Nah, not even that. Even though that's true, I don't like feeling like I'm being told to do something. And I felt like I was being told to buy certain shit. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm not gonna do that.
Nah, do you know what I feel like Broken Planet is trying to like push it. Like, I don't know. I want to buy it. It's nice, but I feel like no, it's nice. But I feel like they're trying to force me to buy that shit the way I see it so much.
Even if it's like 500, like, save up for that. But the thing is, the good clothing is always. I feel like when you,
I'll be back.
With good fashion, it's always gonna be crazy expensive. Like
100.
Good clothes are never gonna be
cheap.
Respectfully.
I don't know if that's true, bro.
If you go thrifting, but if you generally want like good quality, ethically made, actually a nice, like, you're gonna pay £60 for a jumper.
£60 for a jumper is not the price anymore, bro.
What's the price? What are you saying? What's the price for you?
For a jumper, for a hoodie.
Yeah.
First hand, like, real life. Like, if I want a new hoodie, you're looking at getting close to, if not upwards of £100.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Because I can tell you're a guy that knows how to. Oh?
I'm sorry. No, it's fine. £100 is a bit crazy. I cannot lie. For in this crisis, in this cost of living,
bro. Drip over food, bro. Drip over lunch.
But when you generally enjoy fashion, it gets like that though.
I can't lie with food.
At first, you kind of want cheap fits. Like, you want fits that are like.
Not even cheap fits, but £100 is a bit of crazy.
Not really, though.
For a jumper.
For a hoodie. Thick cotton.
60 is good.
Also,
60
it's an investment.
Even crazy.
It's an investment.
100.
If you're spending £100 on something that's good quality, it's gonna last you a long time.
Yeah, of course.
These H&M after 2 weeks, you start seeing loose threads.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course you can get your wear out of that £100, but you don't have to spend £100 to get a good hoodie.
I feel like a brand that I feel like a brand that's kind of aligns with Uniqlo.
Not even 80. Not even 80.
I didn't like. No, I'm not saying £100 on the dot. Obviously, it fluctuates. I said something close to or upwards of. Like, you know what I'm saying, like.
I'm talking about. We're not talking about like a plain hoodie team. We're talking like a hoodie with
like a graphic hoodie.
It's got a nice design. It's got it's actually very good quality, nice design, everything. You got to spend the money on it, like.
Yeah,
because it takes effort. I feel like
even a lot.
You have to realize when you're buying clothes, you're not necessarily buying. You're buying somebody's effort to create it. Mm-hmm. You're buying the mind behind it. You're buying the processes that it took. So
even now, like in the modern day, like even if you go to H&M, how much is a hoodie there? £40?
Probably even less than that. Like 35.
35, cool. Now you go like, I feel like £60 maybe if you're looking like a small independent brand, realistically. But even like I feel like any name brand that you can name like that makes like high quality clothes or like higher quality streetwear, you're paying like for a hoodie, you're paying £70 upwards, bro.
For real.
Unfortunately.
It's not even unfortunate. It's you have to understand, team. You're paying for someone's work.
I know you're paying.
You have to understand the work and effort.
Art, bro.
It's art. Literally, it's art. Clothing is a form of art. At the end of the day. So you have to
I'm not saying it's not worth it. I just wouldn't spend that money.
I feel like you're just not into it like that.
Yeah, I guess I'm not into I feel like I'd rather buy something else. Like food.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Everybody has different price, but that same value that you're putting in the food is the same value that somebody is into.
I know. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand that 100%.
I feel like the answer to that is really the people that want to get their money up so they can get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, team. I'm not trying to. It's not like
that's just not a priority for you. It's not.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even. It's not even like that. It's not even like I don't have money to spend on that. I just wouldn't spend my money.
It's not a priority.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You might be into technology or something.
Yeah, exactly. People spend more money on their tech.
For jewelry.
Yeah,
some people pay thousands on jewelry. Imagine thousands on a chain, 20k on their wrist. What?
Or like watches. Some people care about watches.
Yeah, watches. Like that's all they buy.
So you kind of just have
or cars. Some people love of cars.
Exactly.
Having a hobby is expensive, even.
No, yeah.
Just a hobby.
For real.
It's a hobby that you wear.
For real.
I feel like bare people, you know, we're talking about like being Gen Z and stuff like that, and like how it's like kind of moist. I don't want to associate with my own generation in a certain way.
I don't even saying Gen Z makes me cringe.
But I feel like one of the biggest things that makes me feel like sort of disconnected from a lot of people like around our age is I feel like a lot of kids, like, they don't have hobbies, bro. Your life is just the internet. Like, you just consume what you're told to consume. And this is why like I was kind of like resistant to things like Jaded and like things like TikTok. It's just like the reason that like it's weird
these
that I don't have TikTok is because everybody else has it. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's just like,
You just assimilate. You just do it because everyone does it. Like, it's like, realistically, what do I need that for? I'm not even trying to be like different or edgy or like trying to make a point. Like, so like it's not that. Like, obviously, I'm not saying.
And that has.
I'm making a statement.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you know how people? Like, I'll say, oh, I don't have TikTok, and they'll be like, oh, what, you think you're better? Like, nah, it's not that.
No, I didn't have TikTok for so long, and people, you and Timo were onto me because I was like, no, when I start, I was like, nah, I'm not downloading TikTok.
You were saying it's wet though. Exactly, that's the difference.
It's wet.
No, but you were mocking it though.
Thank you.
But bro, I don't use Snap here. I go up to people and say, I don't use Snap, it's wet. That's what you were doing with TikTok. That's the difference.
Ray was like, oh, it's wet. Like, how can you be on that? Then Ray has TikTok.
And then he starts making TikToks. And then they sending me his TikToks. But here's the thing. No, I'm not letting it run. Because this guy already sent me his TikToks when they blew.
I'm not even saying that, but I'm not even denying that. I'm not even gonna deny that, because I was doing that. But here's the thing: more time I'm not on the app. I don't even have it on my phone no more. I make my TikToks. I make my TikToks and I go. I make my TikToks and I do information and I go.
Now you do.
But bro, it's
you are a user. You are a consumer.
I was a consumer, but then I saw But here's the thing. Exactly. Yeah. I saw the repercussions of that. I saw how everyone's. No, but hear me out. I saw how everybody's attention span is dwindling. Everybody's social anxiety is skyrocketing. Everything like that.
I feel that,
bro. It's a scam. They're scamming you out of your brain cells.
You think you can't look like you view on TikTok like, wow, this is actually interesting. Then you just when you actually like don't have it anymore, you don't care.
That's why I say Gen Z's alpha males are nerds.
About this whole Gen Z
I'm
thing.
Every generation is fucking cringy though. The donnies that are skinny necks that are like in Silicon Valley and they're making us.
But here's the thing:
just because it's controlling us.
Don't excuse it though. It's not even the cringy part, bro. The thing you said about hobbies is so real. That builds character, like having hobbies and shit to talk about. More time, most people, I can't speak about the rest of the world, but the most people that I see in my immediate surroundings, when you chill with them, they just they don't have much substance to what they're saying, or they just talk for the sake of talking. I'll be so real. I'm not saying I'm perfect.
Alright, let's cut you, man.
Even Ray's thinking, you ain't got no substance.
I'm not gonna say I'm like better than everybody, but I just feel like a lot of people just talk for the sake of talking, and they don't actually.
No, but you see, the substance thing is real because it's like, what do you talk about when you're not talking about trends? What do you talk about when you're not talking about?
Oh my god, did you see the video?
Exactly. Did you see the meme? And like, of course, I talk about me. Like, I'm not even trying to say that like I'm disconnected. I'm not in the matrix.
We're part of the problem.
I'm part of it. Like,
but
I'll be on Instagram. I'll be on like, what I'm saying, social media, Twitter, whatever it is. But do you know what I mean? They're like, not to tuck my own dick, but there's more to me than just what I consume on my phone. Like I have more in my brain than just what you know what I'm saying. And I don't even think that it's because I'm more capable than others. I think people are limiting themselves because of this like this need to like be the same as everybody else to like fit in, and then like it's easier to be the same as the person next to you.
Comfort is a drug.
Trying to find your own, like some people just don't can't be fucked to find it in fashion, so just follow trends.
I was deep in this today actually. A lot of people will say like, give me advice of what clothes to wear in like your aesthetic, or like what kind of piece these hit top 10 pieces to wear to fit into da aesthetic. But more time, I feel like the people who accomplish those quote unquote aesthetic looks the best aren't really trying to box themselves into a thing. They're not trying to accomplish a look. They're just doing their own thing.
Yeah,
well,
like
this is just from my experience. This is just from my experience. But people will say, "Oh, your aesthetic is so da," and put me into a category. But I don't see that. I just like what I like. And the things that catch my eye just happen to be more abstract things. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like the people that pull it off the most, you can kind of tell who's pulling it off better than other people. I feel like
you just need to be yourself. Just be yourself. Like what you like. Exactly. Don't like it because you're being forced to like
and it's easy. It's easier that way. When you're trying, people can see when you're trying.
Yeah.
People can see.
Definitely. But just be you in it.
I have a friend. I'm not gonna say nothing else, but I have a friend that like I've known for quite a while, and he says shit to me like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, like I don't have any hobbies, I don't have this, I don't have that, and like he's like, you know what I'm saying, I think he's a little bit more, I guess, divergent than most people. He has a little bit more like, I guess, self-awareness of where he actually is. Yeah. But like his like problem is, I feel like it's common to a lot of people in our like generation. It's just like, I just do things because I do them, and it's like, what do I actually like? What am I actually into? It's like, and I think lockdown gave a lot of people time to like kind of
think about it,
find out what they're into, but it also gave a lot of people time to do absolutely nothing and do the opposite, and just like, you know what I'm trying to say,
just be like, comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I said, comfort is a drug. You don't grow when you're comfortable. And that's why I force myself to get out of bed when my alarm is going off. I'm like, a new day, new lessons to learn. Yeah. You know what I mean? If I sit here and in my bed just enjoying life, I'm not gonna gain any of that experience.
Word. Big word. Damn. Why are we dropping knowledge on these kids like this, bro?
Also, quick, I just want to ask, what fashion designers inspire you? And your brand,
Well, I was quite inspired, obviously, by Kanye. As I said, I love that guy. George Heaton, you probably don't know who that is. He makes Represent clothing.
I've heard of Represent,
For me, I'm not always inspired by a designer by necessarily their clothes. It's also about their personality and their vision. Mm-hmm. So another person, Clint, definitely. It's not because, you see, I wouldn't say Cortez makes crazy, because I wouldn't say Represents clothing. It's like, oh, it's crazy. It's really nice. It's the nicest thing in the world. But it's more about the values that the designers hold.
Okay.
That make me like, oh, yo, like the way this guy thinks, the way he moves, his actions, his thought process behind his designs, how he strategically thinks about what would we want to do here. It's like, okay, that's what makes me say, okay, I like what this guy does. So like even with Ye, like with the color scheme, the Yeezy palette, like, you know, when you think of Yeezy, there's a colors that, you know what I mean? It's like
the neutral
exactly
tones,
the tones, like was very strategic with that. He wanted that to be the colors of Easy. He wanted to be the colors like.
They make the brand,
and it makes it makes your brand more, I guess, iconic.
Exactly. So
you could even tell, like, when Adidas started doing shit without his like approval, those Yeezys look different.
Yeah.
When they started adding
with that bright orange line on the side,
I was like looking at this,
what
like,
is
this doesn't look like Ye didn't do this.
Facts.
But based off your teach, have you heard of Marina Morwood?
I think I have heard of it.
He like makes like rap tees, like, you know, pianos. He like makes like Central Vision,
I've
exactly.
heard of that.
So he makes like tees like he do like almost like a tribute tee, and it's like it's a similar I'll put you on afterwards. It's a similar format to this.
I think I've seen them though.
Yeah,
I think I've seen it on Insta.
He kind of took over Instagram for a bit. Like he was kind of ruling. He literally pretty much started rap.
Yeah, rap tees are like they're a big part. I feel like they turn NPC-ish a bit now. Like when you see someone with like a rap tee and it's just like any pop culture person.
Yeah, you might not even fuck with that.
Yeah, any
Ariana
pop
Grande.
Ariana Grande. Like any rap tee thing is just like, yo, chill. Like don't just slap that on your. It's kind of like how dunks used to be fire. But I feel like rap tees and dunks are kind of in the same category.
I feel like dunks are fire depending on who's wearing them.
And how they're styled.
Yeah, and how they're styled.
But if I see you with some pandas, parachute pants and like a crop top, I probably know you got that fit off like
TikTok.
Pinterest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like TikTok.
Molly May sweats, like Molly May branch offs, basically.
I'm not hating. Here's the thing. I don't want it to look like we're hating on these things. If you genuinely like that stuff, that's completely fine and good.
Facts.
But you just need to understand what you like, and you need to understand why you like things.
Facts.
I feel like more people need to sit down and ask. I can't lie, yeah. I went through like a bit of a weird like not anxiety, but you know, I wasn't feeling myself, and I was picking up more on. I was thinking a lot more about what people's perceptions was of me. This was just a whole series of events out of my character, so I had to relearn what I liked and why I did certain things and what value I'd put into the things I have. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, a lot of people need to have those same conversations with themselves. I feel like people are too scared to sit with their own thoughts.
Yeah.
But I feel like everyone's just on social media. It's like you're not even. It's just like you're absorbing it. Like you're not trying to absorb it, but it's actually not their thoughts. But they don't know that it's not their thoughts. If you get what I mean? Yeah. It's like really.
If you don't know,
like
you don't.
Authenticity is just dying. Like
it.
authenticity just dying because of social media, like Instagram, TikTok. No one actually is like trying to be themselves.
Everybody's always trying to do the thing that knows will be most popular. No one's ever really trying to experiment.
But you know what
Someone's going to get cancelled or to get retired.
We need like, where does it sound? We need those people.
We do. We
need those people.
But I'm just not going to encourage it.
We can't be like, nah. We need them. Like, so I feel like with everyone, like these, like kind of with self-talk and like podcasts.
No, you're right. You're right.
Like every human being is going to be some innovatory. Not everyone's going to be.
My dad used to say this thing to me. He used to say, look at my fingers. Are they all the same height? Nobody's meant to be like, do you know what I'm saying? No everyone's meant to be like that guy that puts on the trends. Everyone's meant to be. Some niggas look at shit and be like, yeah, that's hard. I'm finna do that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I feel like I'm friends with all of you. I chill with all of you, and I feel like you all have those leadership qualities in one way or another.
But that doesn't. But you're comparing
No, I'm not comparing you guys at all.
No, I'm saying
everyone's leaders in some ways and followers in some ways. You get like not everyone's a leader in every single aspect of their life. You get what I mean? You get what I mean? Like maybe not academically or maybe fashion-wise you're a leader, but
I feel like you were gonna say something.
I was gonna say like in the grand scheme of things, if there's like 8 billion people on this earth, like. We need to understand that literally, like, there's gonna be people that just look at what someone does and be like, I'm just gonna do it. Like, there's literally people that are fashion void.
You need the suckers, bro. You need the people who are just gonna be pressing on the slot machine to be getting the money. You need those people for the
base
planet to run.
To the planet to run. Like, I think there's
You need those suckers.
Oh, I was listening to like Jock.
You need the consumer, You need the consumer.
Who are they gonna sell it to otherwise? They need people that just are like, let me just absorb that. Like
in saying that, I want to emphasize something, that I feel like it's another thing that's been lost. Not everybody needs to be a creator. And I feel like in this, a lot of things that in our generation, it's like
everybody feels like they need to be.
Bro, like especially, I think, and we were talking about this earlier, and I didn't want to say it at the time, but I'm gonna say it now. Like you said, like a lot of like basically every black person like kind of grew up like doing music in a way.
Stuff, yeah.
And I feel like that's
if
a lot
you can't
because
sing, you can dance. If you can't dance, you play it.
To it, like bare niggas, everybody in the class used to write raps in their notes, bro. But everyone's hard
because that's what you see as our role models. Then
that's what I'm trying to say. Like black kids are pushed to that side. Like you write raps because like you expect it.
Yeah,
you expect
can't like when you talk
every
to
nigga played ball, bro. Exactly.
That's why we need to like get into more different spaces to have the role models for other like for younger people to look up to.
Word.
Like,
build that generational wealth.
Yeah, you need to build the role. We need to be the role models for the next generation to show them it's okay to do different things that are not ball and rap. Nah, you just be yeah.
But yeah, I feel like one thing also is like
Pierre on the mic.
He's saying, basically, one thing I also think is like, fashion. So like, I feel like black kids aren't pushed enough for that, like being creatives and stuff like that. You can usually find that when you're like a bit older, innit? But I feel like we need to, as black people, we need to like go into more spaces. So yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Like, why every black kid?
That's Pierre. Listen to his music.
Why every black kid I know used to play ball or rap, and then like you get older and then they like, you know what I'm saying? It's like not every like. I feel like a lot of kids are pushed into like a lot of black kids have that only had that choice, but like I feel like in this current day and age, it's now like, bro, everybody wants to be a creative. Everyone wants to, and it's like obviously try.
I can't lie. I'll be so real. I used to be a lot more active in like music. Like I always tell you, I don't write anymore. Type shit. I feel like that kind of came from me just seeing how oversaturated it was and just being like. There's people who are really passionate and really willing to put that all in. I don't think I'm that guy, so I just kind of left it behind, especially for music, I mean, anyways. So that kind of made me leave that, or just, not be as passionate as in it as I used to be.
Bro, like everybody's like fucking a celebrity as well. Like everyone, like all these micro celebrities. Like, I met some guy, like obviously I don't have TikTok in it, so I'm meeting like people. I don't want to say people's names, but I'm meeting people who are like celebrities on TikTok, but it's a regular guy. Like you live in a regular life. We go to the same.
Exactly. I can't lie. TikTok fame isn't real. It's so easy to blow.
It is, bro. It is our point. Let's be real. It is our point. Because you can't tell me Steps hasn't reached the level. You can't tell me
a whole crib, my nigga.
That's what I'm saying. But that came off TikTok.
Exactly.
So you can't say TikTok fame isn't real. Charlie D'Amelio is famous.
I'm saying more like
he's like famous on Insta and he has his music.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
it came from TikTok.
Do you know these TikTok fame? Do you know these people who just have 2 million followers?
Okay, maybe
that's what they have.
maybe that's
that would go to Gara settings.
Have you not heard about people who have meet and greets? And it's like 2 people turn up.
Yeah.
There's no loyalty.
That could be any platform though. That could be on any. I think to say TikTok face. TikTok is.
I think what I was trying to say is
loyalty. Like you have loyalty.
I understand YouTube follow and subscribers are definitely more valuable.
What I was trying to say is it's easier to blow up on TikTok.
That's true.
And people will kind of let that get to them.
That's true.
We're thinking about the reason. I don't think the reason that kids can't. Not everyone. This, in fact, I'll put it like this. Yeah, calm. TikTok or no TikTok. There are artists. Yeah, who can get streams but can't sell out shows.
Yeah. That sounds like playlisting.
No, but do you know what I mean? There's artists
sounds like what
playlisting. I mean that definitely plays a part, but there's artists who get streams that can't sell out a show. The same way there's people who are trying to have me. Not everybody has like, you know what I'm saying, not everyone has a fan base with loyalty and stuff like that. But I feel like this is still like, it's still the same point that like not everybody is made for creating. Not everyone's made to be like, it's okay to be to work a corporate job like that,
but it's also okay to try. It's also okay to try.
I'm not saying don't try, but I'm just saying like, yeah, don't be. And like, I say it a lot because like music is my life, bro. Like I don't do anything else, and I know a lot of people that say they do music, and it's like, but music isn't a hobby, bro. This is like, you know, we're talking about hobbies and I don't count music. That's my life. Like, do you know what I mean? No, I'm not saying they can or they can't, but like, don't put us on the same level then. Don't call yourself a rapper if you're not about to really try and rap. Don't call yourself a producer if you're not really putting in every day. You're like trying to make beats and everything you're doing.
Like, you know, man, like bro, the man that I know that go pro, football to them isn't football, bro.
Yeah, their life.
Yeah, their life. I get it.
These man, that's their life. They would like when they like, bro. You know, back in primary school, when I would lose, I would cry, bro. I would literally cry. Like that's how much I used to really want to kick ball.
And that's how
them man continue in.
Yeah.
They don't see it as like, oh, I'm just kicking ball. Like when man them that do flipping, like. Bro, when something goes wrong in the business, bro, that hurts me to a point where I literally won't want to leave the yard. I will stay up all night. Literally. Do you get it? It has to be that thing for you when you're doing your thing. That's the thing when you're literally obsessed with it. Like I always say like this. I always say it's like this. Your purpose is something that if you were locked in a room, and you had nothing else, that's the one thing you would think about.
No words. I hear that.
That's your purpose.
You can't fake that. You can't.
Do you feel like everybody has that thing?
I feel like everyone does have that thing.
I mean, it might not be a creative thing or like.
It might be your family. Your family might be your purpose.
It might be creative.
Either.
Literally.
But it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And I'm not like, I'm saying I'm lucky that for me, like, I'm as passionate as I am about music and I happen to be like good at making it. But I'm just like, my only thing is that I obviously being at uni and being a black kid at uni, you meet bare niggas that write bars, bro. Everybody raps. Everybody raps. They're sitting at home writing bars in their notes, like. But that doesn't mean.
But I think you're a rapper. I think it's more of I think it's more of an attraction to the lifestyle. Rather than it's a love for music. That's one thing I've clocked. A lot of men are just attracted to them lifestyle. They're attracted to gang girls. They're attracted to having cars, the money. Pardon?
Some just want the fantasy.
What do you mean?
As in like what they like, exactly. The life, the same thing you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just want the lifestyle. They don't really care about. Same with most of these girls that move like they're flipping Instagram models. You're not, bro. Like, relax, fam. You're not even Leng.
That's the thing. A lot of people live respectfully. A lot of people live fake lives.
But you know them girls that have. Am I bad here?
No, you're not, bro.
I'm not trying to be mean. But like, you know those girls that have 10k followers. You know those set girls that have 10k followers, but. You're 10K
right. 10K followers doesn't mean
but you're right. But they think the Instagram model because they've got 10K followers.
Why not? Let them
but I'm like, but
that's delusion. That's actually delusion. You need to live in the real world.
Because you were doing SFS on Snapchat since year 7. You were doing SFS on Snapchat since year 7. Calm down. Like, you're not an IG model. Like, you just...
Hey, take on this, you can make your money there.
I'm not trying to mock him, but you know that. But Tima, surely you know what I'm about, bro.
What you mean?
Like, I'm not trying to name names, but there's people you grew up with.
You get money, that's rent, literally. Your weekly shopping from that. Like.
Bro, but a lot of them are not, bro. They put that code in their bio. No one is using your referral code.
Bro. 50% off.
No one is using it. No one is using their referral code. Like, I'm not violating about being made, but some of them, you're not like. Just trying to move like you're something that you're not in it. Like just.
I think here's the thing. I think that's narcissism. A lot of people feel like if what I'm not doing isn't seen by everybody, it's not real. If like my lifestyle isn't out there, then am I really existing? Am I really living? Because we live in a world right now where everybody's filming and snapping everything, bro, and showing how amazing my life is.
Are up. I'm telling you, there's Donnies that are up. They do not post. They've never posted their job. They never posted that the holidays are gone. And there's Donnies that are struggling. The holidays you'll see on their page, you're thinking these men are rich. They live with their parents.
Nothing wrong with that, they're trying to make it so much that because they're not making it, basically.
Exactly. Like, bro,
you're not making it, so you're just trying to show everyone. That's why you just shush until your goals are completed.
Right, bro. You know how we were talking about Top Boy, yeah? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about Top Boy, yeah, and how on Top Boy you don't really see socials. Like, you don't really see them man like Deshane and Jamie on social. You don't see them posting, oh, look, I just chased my man down. Like, they're not doing that because I think real GMs are not on social. Just
that's not true. That's why
I also no.
Real life and it's posted, bro.
No. That's true. But the guy at the top. No, I agree with that. I agree with what you said.
But the guy at the top too. Now I'm from Bristol, bro. But the guy at the top
I can't
doesn't do
speak
that.
on them. I can't speak on those. I can't speak on Bristol, yeah. But I'll say in London, real GMs are really on Instagram posting what
I'll be real. I agree. I've seen that.
That's true.
Here's the thing.
That's true. I'm not gonna lie. That's true.
People that are making the money.
That's what I'm saying.
They're not on social.
I'm talking about the man. I'm not talking about the guys that. I'm not talking about the guys that are on the block. I'm not talking about the guys that are on the block that smoke weed and that. I'm talking about the man at the top that actually are rich.
People who don't take the drugs.
The boss of the team.
Here's what I'll say.
They're just the bosses.
That have done stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, they ain't even involved in the gym for like that.
Here's what I'm gonna say. The thing about
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. That's a man like the Shane though, the guy that's actually up.
The guy that's controlling
Shane
everyone
what in
else.
Top Boy. But here's what I'm gonna say. Top Boy, yeah. And this is why I said to Kwaku. First of all, it's a TV show.
Yeah. 100,
Secondly,
100.
those characteristics, right, of those narcissistic characteristics, you're not gonna want your main character of the TV show you're writing to have that. You want people to be invested in your story, and to do that, you're gonna make a reasonably likable character.
100.
Those kind of things aren't. You're not gonna stab someone and film it. That's not something that like.
Nah, people do that still.
I'm not saying they don't do. I'm talking about Top Boy. I'm talking about the TV show. I'm saying that you're not gonna put that in your show.
No, the TV show is even unrealistic in itself.
Exactly.
It is unrealistic.
That's what I'm saying.
In certain ways.
Nah, because they just be killing people. They be killing people left, right, and center.
So boring people online.
Wait.
Knives and stuff like that. The people that post themselves online with knives and whatever weapons they have, yeah, I'll be real. Those are the people that are the most dangerous. The people that are at the top, yeah, that you guys are talking about, they're not even dangerous like that, bro. They don't even be people that they have problems with.
But that's my point. I'm talking about but that's what I'm talking about.
But they get people to do that work for them. They're not doing that themselves.
If they have to, then they will.
Wait, so who do you see as more dangerous? The person that is. But my question is, who do you see as
More dangerous.
as the person at the top who can get anyone to that for him, or the person who's just.
But they don't move like that. Because how do you think they got to the top in the first place? You can't just be whacking off random guys.
But that's my point. Who do you see as more dangerous? Just a guy that's good, like he's just an angry guy that's just
That's the more dangerous person. That's the more dangerous person.
Exactly. The most dangerous man in the room is the one that has nothing to lose.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
That person is more of just a fool.
Yeah, but that's dangerous.
That's
I hear
the
that.
most dangerous man in the room is the person who has nothing to lose. These kids.
True. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like them 15-year-olds, I'm scared of secondary school, bro. Secondary schools are crazy. Like 15-year-olds are really those man are the craziest bunnies.
I swear, the rap
Literally, they listen to the rap, and
but you know how
it's not just that. But I
you're
can't
on
lie.
the block, you're seeing, you're outside your window, it's not even far, you're seeing man them on the block, you're thinking, you're 13, 14, you're thinking, cool, maybe you weren't that good at school, you weren't focused, you were trying to kick ball, you were trying to do vibes, you fail your GCSEs.
Well, where do I go now? What do I do?
Them guys are the persons I'm worried about.
You have to
Those
worry
are the
about
people
Nah, you're actually spit. That's
Those
facts
are the
though.
people who will bore you for nothing because they have nothing to lose. They don't even like, their brain is even developed yet that when they even chef you, they're not even thinking about the fact.
Oh my God, I just took someone's life.
Face with the camera right there, and I'm going straight to jail. So, like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Those are the dangerous people. The niggas at the top, they weren't. They're not any small guy. They're not touching you, bro. They're whacking serious. The people that they're beefing are serious guys. They're fighting within themselves. They're not involved.
But you know that guy at the top, yeah. Is he not more like in a sense though? Can he not just bore that young G up anyhow?
Okay, yeah, he's sure he can, like, in terms of actual like power. Yeah, he's more powerful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, maybe the word I'm using is wrong. I'm saying they're more powerful.
But he's not more dangerous. I'm not scared of those guys because those guys don't affect my life. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
But the thing is,
the niggas I see on the block. You know, I'm not saying I'm on the block, but you get what I'm trying to say? Like, the niggas I see, that niggas are outside are the niggas that I should be worried about. Why am I worried about somebody living in fucking Knightsbridge because he cleaned his money and he bought a big house?
So you say like mafia bosses are not dangerous?
Not to me.
No, they're not the immediate threat.
Then that's not a threat to me, bro.
But are they dangerous though?
Not to me. I say
Not to
again.
you.
But if I'm walking in ends, you know what is a real threat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how it's like that. Like I feel like those guys, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, those guys, they're just as bad as the niggas who own like Goldman Sachs. All of them guys are playing on the same game. them like the niggas who own the biggest corporations in the world, the Warren Buffett or whatever the fucking name is, the Murdochs, all them guys on the same level as mafia bosses in my head. They're removed
because it's influence and power.
Exactly. Sure, they have real power over my life in a like not in psychological life, but like.
But you know what's funny? Those type of man are the reason why a lot of those big man them on the roads are like that though.
Yeah, of course.
So they low-key have control over them man that we see.
But it's not like they're dangerous.
In a way,
they're dangerous. They're dangerous in a different kind of way.
Is funding the council estates that are making that system continue and continue.
Yeah.
So those Donnies are that calculated.
That's wild.
Them are that calculated to the point they know. Look at these small black boys. Let them kill each other. I don't care. That's how calculated them man are.
I hear.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Chess pieces.
They're that dangerous that the mind. Exactly, it's the mind of them, not necessarily like they know that that black boy can kill him because that's calm.
They're dangerous in a different
type
of way.
They know they're gonna go to prison for 40 years. They know that. They know he can do that. Get him out.
They're dangerous in the fact that they're not getting bagged.
They see them as like chess pawns. These men are using them like chess pawns, bro.
Literally.
That's how dangerous. That's how I see. That's how dangerous them man. Like you said, Warren Buffett and them man are. Because they're controlling that. Like you see, even on top where then the Sheen flipping builds a new estate. Like how can a man be funding new estates like that, building an estate, and these men are just allowing Grenfell to burn down? Yeah. They allow that, bro. They don't care. The man at the top don't care. It's a
vicious cycle, bro. And this is why I have no faith in humanity.
The man at the top are a different breed, bro.
So I'm going back to Africa.
I mean, like personally, like going to like school, like private schools, shit like that. Meeting a lot of like conservative white kids and hearing the way they talk about like. In a city, like in a city,
bro,
housing estates, and like
care.
basically like just people who like
they romanticize
people in poverty.
Some of them romanticize.
Some of them like want to do up. Like they really have money at home, but they really want to act as if they're GM or stuff like that. But there's also the guys, who I think are worse. Who are like in their mind there isn't a problem. In their mind,
they think that's just our behavior. That's just how we are.
That, like, I remember I spoke to this one kid. He said to me, like, we were talking about like social welfare and all that, like all them type of things there, like, and he was just basically saying like, realistically in the UK, if you're a poor person and you work hard, you can make it work. And I was like, I mean. Theoretically, if you work hard, you can do whatever you want, but that's not how it is in reality. Like, it's not as easy as just working hard.
It's not as black and white as
that. Like, there's a lot of people who work hard their whole life and never make it out, who were like, do you know what I'm saying?
Equity is not like, it's not equal. Like, equality, but equity, like, everyone needs the same, like...
I would say I'm 70-30 on that. I do believe if you work hard, you can make it. I'm never.
Someone else who's like,
I know it's not equal. I know, but I'm saying it's a thing where you shouldn't. I would never have that. I get it's real, but I would never have that mindset of because I'm from this type of background.
Yeah, you shouldn't feel
like I don't have a victim mindset. I have a victim mindset. I'm like, bro, I don't care where I come from. I don't care if you're from a rich family. I do not care. I see myself as. You have to really think you're him. You have to think you're that guy.
That's cool, but
obviously the
psychological. There are things that are barriers.
I know it's not that straightforward and the psychological effects, but the thing is, I feel like there's too many people that have that. Oh, I'm from this background, so just allow it.
No, you're right.
Yeah. I'm from South London.
The guys are gonna come to you now.
You can't make that an excuse.
Why is not beefing South for no reason?
Nah, I'm crazy.
Yeah.
No, but I'm
shit. I actually knew that. You told me that already. But no, there are 100% guys who make it an excuse, but it's a reality.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Like, of course, there are anomalies. There are people who made it out. I think, there's 100%. There's a lot of people who use it almost like an excuse, as like a reason as to why they are doing what they're doing, or why like they are in the position they're in. Like, it's because this is like the hand I was dealt, and they just take it. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't try and change your situation, but I'm saying that it's not just as simple as working hard. It's not just as simple as like having a mindset. Like, there are people who really do like everything that you're supposed to do and nothing happens for them. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And those people, the 1%, they don't, like, a lot of them don't see that issue. They don't see that, like, that divide. In terms of like wealth. They're not seeing in their head it's as simple as those people don't want it. That's why they don't have it.
But they don't
see the blessing.
They don't have nowhere near as many
but even the mindset to think that you're not able to do something in itself is a big factor. Like, and that has a lot. Like that mindset is pushed on these kids.
You have to be able to see the vision.
You can't do what you can't see.
It's psychological.
That's nurture. Like, you're not born saying, "Oh, I can't do it." It's your environment.
I think that's nurture.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
These kids, you're born in an environment. You've seen every person before you. You know what I'm saying? Like, either like start banging or start doing F or like. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's all you see. Then of course that's what you're gonna think. If school doesn't work out, that's your option.
That's my only option.
Do you know what I'm saying? I have no other choice. That's what and they have nothing to lose.
Yeah. Like, because you guys are talking about rappers and everything like that, those are guys getting money. If those people can't, the people that you're talking about can't think to that level, they're gonna think, oh, I need fast money now. So F or trapping or whatever. That's the method they're gonna pick in it. So you gotta think about that shit.
And you have to think about the situations that doing those kind of things are putting you in already. Like, my point is that obviously we know that, like, obviously it's not as everyone in this room knows it's not as easy as just doing it. But these, like, the niggas I was talking to at my school, I was talking to them, I'm thinking like, you man actually, like, you don't see the error in your, like, thinking. You honestly don't think that there's a problem in the UK right now. You honestly don't think that, like, you're not seeing it as inequality. You're thinking like everything's calm. The reason that these people are in the position that they're in is because they're lazy. They don't want it. They don't work hard. They just want to use benefits to just that. You know how many times I heard that all these guys, they just be using benefits. Like, it's not like that, bro. Guys don't just like. Benefits fraud is a thing. I'm not saying it's not, but it's not like that. The vast majority of niggas aren't just on benefits because they want to be. Do you know what I mean? Vast majority of people aren't in council estates.
Because there's no benefits.
Most majority of people aren't in council estates because they want to be. Like, this is not. No one who chooses to be poor. If it was as easy as to choose, who was going to choose poverty now? When you play GCA, that's when it's easy. That's when it's easy to choose to be rich, and you choose, bro. You choose to be rich.
I think the thing is, with those people, the people that put too much purpose on their wealth, that's where the mindset comes from. If you put your purpose on your wealth, then your mindset is going to be like, then obviously the poverty is going to be like, you're going to look at it like, oh, they're bum, da 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 da. And people that are in poverty are going to look at themselves like, oh, but you shouldn't have the mindset of, exactly, that's what we kind of have to teach them. That's the problem.
The media and like the Western society teaches you.
Exactly. So it's a thing where I think what you said was just facts. It's a thing where it's more of a thing, not making people that are poor like, oh, you need to be rich. Making them be like, you need to get a purpose. Yeah. You need to have something.
You need to find what you value.
Exactly. You need to find something that you value, because that's how most people from those environments make it out.
Same way you said you value music, and that's your life.
Exactly. Yeah. Find something that you're. Don't just say, oh, work. Yeah, if that works when your dad works at Goldman Sachs and can give you an internship, that works for you. But for someone that's from like you said, from the block, teach them that, find something that you're if you're good at knitting, do it. If you're good at cooking, cook for people, like sell it. You can literally cook for people and like sell it. Exactly, like make them understand that you can find a purpose and then push it out, because I think that's what you need to teach them.
100% agree. Like, your worth isn't your wealth, but in the same sentence, you have to remember that, like, we're like, everyone here again, we're in like, even though like, I'm not saying like ultra rich or whatever, there's obviously a difference between the 1% and everybody else and that, but do you know what I mean? Being able to make ends meet, do you know what I'm saying? That's a luxury that some people don't have. Living hand to mouth is a real thing. Like, some people, as soon as their money comes in, it's going out again and they're starting again from scratch. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So like, and even though wealth isn't everything, in the modern day, like, if you don't have money, do you know what I'm saying? If you don't get money, hide your face. Like, even though it's like a joke, it's like, it's
the money rules the world.
It does.
Money is power.
To do
and I agree with that.
You really need monetary value. Like, so it's like, especially if you're trying to build something for like after you.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm trying to say?
But you shouldn't value yourself.
You shouldn't pay your value.
You shouldn't be like, oh, I'm worth nothing
because let's say, exactly. Because I think what humans do too much. We put purpose in wealth, but realize that the greatest people on this earth weren't necessarily about their wealth. When you think of like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Jesus, Gandhi, all these people, you're not thinking about those people that because they were wealthy. Yeah. It was because they were purposeful. Yeah. So my key thing is just teaching people, just get on your purpose. Don't think, I need to just be extra rich. Like, obviously I get wealth is important, but I'm telling you right now, if you die and you do something that is like, I feel like I fulfill my purpose, you will be content.
You'll be content.
Definitely.
If you lived on an island somewhere and if you lived in an island near Bali and you worked with the kids and you helped them build a hut, you didn't have to be rich, but you were purposeful and you did something that helped the world. And that's something I just think humans need to do more. Like, just do something
Our
purposeful.
generation needs to
do something purposeful.
Wealth is just
people don't understand
money
what
either. Happiness, wealth and happiness.
Yeah.
I mean, people that are richer are happier though. That was a study done.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Money is really happy.
And this is the thing. Like, there's a like. In the same vein of us being like, there's also this notion that almost like too much money will bring you sadness or some shit like that. I don't think that's the case. Or that if you're really ultra rich,
I think it's more of like
those two things.
We talked about this before.
I think it's more of like putting value in the things that don't necessarily matter, the material things. Yeah. I think that's where that sadness comes from, or just there's a lot of different factors. Even maybe people who they're up and then they just forget the people that were with them from the start.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, being ultra rich can be isolating, and I think that's more where like you said, that isolation is where the sadness comes in. But it's
different for everyone.
Yeah, of course. But my point is that, like you said, the wealth can bring you happiness, 100%. If before I was living on the block in a council estate, and me and my family were struggling to eat every day, and then all of a sudden someone says you can live in this nice little house, nice big house in fact, in the city, and we'll give you a car and money for a car and food. Obviously, it's not necessarily the money that brought you that contentness and that happiness, but financial freedom brings happiness.
That's the thing. Money brings freedom. I can't lie. Money, you can do a lot with money.
I think what it is, how I always view it is like this. If you're a person that's depressed, you got anxiety, you've already got problems.
Money's not going to solve them.
Money is not going to solve them because that's going to actually enhance them. Because if you're depressed, anxious, and things like that, you're most likely going to use money as a way to kind of like try and solve it, and it won't actually solve it. Yeah. So if you're a person, so I would say as a person, always solve your internal problems first. So actually self-help, like meditation, like for me, obviously my faith, that's how I, get peace, things like that. Getting some things that actually help you have peace, working on your mindfulness, working on those type of things before you just think about money. Like, make sure you've got something that's actually got you grounded, got something.
Exactly. People think that, money will solve their problem.
If you've got that before and then you get better money, you'll be fine.
Exactly. The same thing, like, that Frank Ocean skit, like when his mum is talking about money. Wait. No, when she's talking about money.
The Be Yourself
one? Nah, not that
I don't think I've heard that.
Be Yourself is about drugs.
Yeah.
There's one where she talks, and she says, it's not just money. Like, you thought it was just $20. It's not just $20. Like, money isn't just money. And I think, again, like, in the same way,
what did she say though?
She basically, because he must have asked for money for prom, and she was like, I don't have money. Like, I have bills. Like, I don't have money to just be giving you. Like, money isn't just money. Like, it's the difference between having a roof over our heads and being homeless. It's the difference between having food in your belly and being hungry. And this is what I'm saying, like, in the sense that I 100% agree with you that it's most important that you get that internal peace first. But I feel like it's easy for us to say that with a roof over our head, and food in our belly.
100%.
When you don't have those struggles, it's harder for you to relate, and it's harder for you to, I don't know, be motivated.
Sometimes money is the first priority for people.
Exactly.
Yeah. The people who don't have.
I'm going to eat tonight.
But you know what's crazy?
The people who don't have that.
You know what's crazy? We say that, but there's generally people. Have you heard about the philosophy of Stoicism?
Yeah.
Do you know Marcus Aurelius?
Very.
Do you know who Marcus Aurelius is? Marcus Aurelius lost all his family members. He was literally, and this guy just like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, there's people in the world. I feel like there's generally people that can go through the toughest times and just be like, it is what it is. That's what I'm saying. If people realize that there's actually a possibility to go through the hardest times, could be homeless, have everything taken from you, just be like, I'm still happy. I'm still grateful. I'm still content.
Like a logical
they
way
would
of
realize
thinking.
that actually
I have all these. That might be gone, but what can I do about it? And I can still value the things that I have.
Exactly. That's why I think we need to preach more.
Yeah, I love that. I love that shit.
That contentness.
I love that shit.
You feel me?
I mean, cause I remember, I mean, I still do, obviously, I believe all those type of things. And I used to say it, like, I used to be more, I guess, more vocal about, like, bro, like, money's not everything. I'm not, like, focused on money and shit like that. But, like, I don't know what conversation it was or who it was. And I really wish I could remember so I could credit the person or whatever it is. But it's just, like, something made me clock one day that it was just, like, whoa, like, I'm speaking from a position of privilege.
We are.
Like, I can say that these things aren't important to me because I'm grateful enough that, like, that I have. You know what I'm saying? Even when shit goes wrong, I still have my bed. I still have my family. I still have my friend. Like, I have. Some people don't have anything. So it's like, I don't want to, like. In preaching that, it can sometimes feel like you're being insensitive. Obviously, 100%. I know you're not, but like, just talking because we're talking in it.
Exactly.
It can feel like you're being insensitive to those people who don't have anything. But that's not what we're trying to say. We're trying to say that, like, if you are that person, like, obviously if you had nothing, I don't know how you'd be hearing this, but if you are that person that doesn't have anything, like, remember that you still have at least life. You still have. You know what I'm saying?
Be grateful for what you have, because there's always somebody who has it worse than you. There's always someone who has it. Bro, J. Cole said, "Love yours, man." There's always somebody who has it worse, and you never ever know. I hate people that kind of like feel like they're the epitome of sadness. Like, I've got it the worst, bro. I was actually having an argument with somebody. I'm not even gonna say who, but I just had to tell them, like, yo, listen, you're not the only person who's going through it. They were coming at me like I've got some perfect life and all of this and that. Listen, everybody's got something. Everybody's got something.
And everybody's problems are as big as yours to them. Like, everything that's serious to you is serious.
Everyone has
Preach
that.
Yeah,
Preach
that's on the shit, bro. All your problems are as complex.
We were just talking about that
as the person next to you, man. Like
you're the main character. I'm the main character.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everybody's the main. We had this convo last night, literally. Everybody's the main character. Even if you're just a NPC, like, you don't have anything. That's your character arc, bro. To learn how to, you know,
for real.
Let's see some character development in the second leg of the story.
we might need to leave that topic there. We're getting to 1 hour. Song of the fucking week, guys.
Sweats. You know what? Yeah, I knew I was coming on this podcast, and I knew I
don't have a
to do song of the week, and I still don't have a song.
I don't have a song. I'm gonna find one though. I probably do.
Mine's is wait, let me actually find Us Against the World
Bye.
Strands. Yeah, I just been listening to it recently.
Mine's probably
just every day. It's a good song.
More Than Anything, Sunday Service Choir. I've been banging that. Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be good. Tough. Going dummy. Where's it?
I think mine. Song of the week. What day are we in? Tuesday. Okay, it just started. Alright, cool then. I feel like I've been listening to a bit of Herbie. I Thought It Was You, Herbie Hancock. It's like he's singing like on a vocoder, if you know what that is. It's like a talk box. It's like, you know what it sounds almost like? It's like almost like auto-tune, like work out, J. Cole.
I wanna see you work out for me.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, not always. Sometimes you might have a microphone depending on what they're using. But Herbie Hancock is like a king of that shit, and the song is crazy. You should go listen to it. Also, unrelated, but kind of related. Did you know that "Close to You" by Frank Ocean is a Stevie Wonder sample of him using a vocoder like live, and then like they sampled it, flipped it, and that's what "Close to You" is. I fucking love that song. Yeah, I was today.
My song of the week. I want it to be something by Gangstar, and I'm gonna say my advice to you, just because I feel like I love Gangstar and the fact that what they're spitting is just real shit. Like they understand that you know, a lot of young people listen to rap. They're like from the 90s, early 2000s. A lot of young people listen to that stuff, and when you're listening to these things, you're manifesting at the same time. The stuff you listen to is what's going to be in your brain. If you're listening to Bible every night, you know, people embody that type of thing. Yeah. Same way people embody Chef Man, Ying Man, whatever, lyrics. So, and I feel like what they talk about, even though it's not like go to church, pray to God, but it's still real shit that like when you listen to it a lot, you're gonna embody those values. And my advice to you is a song about, he's talking about, because he used to be, you know, on the block doing this, doing that, and he's talking to his friend saying, yo, we need to, he's obviously gone on and been a rapper, but he's saying to his friend like, I don't want to lose my friend again. I don't want my friend to go back to jail or die or whatever. You need to cut out all these niggerish behaviors. I'm playing, but yeah, you need to.
Black History Month.
In America. We are not in America.
I was October for.
Yeah, exactly. I was just
Black History Month every month. What are you talking about?
I'm always learning about black.
Yeah, my advice to you
Fact.
is his advice to whoever he's talking to. But yeah, man. The first bar of the song is, my advice to you is cut down on champagne and booze.
Facts.
Yeah, what?
I had to cut down on champagne and booze.
Tell them again, Tima.
Fuck alcohol.
Tima's got a
2023.
crippling alcohol addiction.
Yeah.
She drinks like right now
For breakfast.
Do you know what I'm saying? Right before we came here,
Lit right now.
off camera, there's a whole empty bottle of that bitch right now that she just finished just now, bro.
She downs it with her breakfast, with her cereal.
Lich.
I put it in with
Rice Krispies and Rays, bro.
Literally.
They don't know about it.
like actual poison.
That's that sounds like we give someone like a mental.
You're trying to kill someone
in Gotham.
You're trying to kill.
No, they give it to mental assignment people in Gotham or something, bro. Raise.
You're trying to raise, man.
Raise.
Trying to kill yourself.
Raise.
Yeah, like everyone talks about bad experiences, raise this, raise that. Never had a bad experience.
Rays is the best rum to drink. If you're gonna drink alcohol, drink Rays because it's good for you.
Or just don't drink.
That is poison.
She said drink Raise because it's good for you. Not necessarily good for you.
The first like glass of alcohol is actually medicine to you, and then the second glass is actually
Please get
poison.
the scientific study.
Swear down, the
Find-
first
get the
glass.
find me the
glass of
scientific
red,
study
the
that
first glass
proves
of
that.
wine is actually good for you.
What's
You
your
know how
source?
like in
Trust me,
France.
bro.
No, I
Trust
remember
me, the
we
source
did
is
this in
trust
maths.
me.
We did this in maths. I
What?
don't even remember. Swear down.
I thought you were just talking about personal experience.
No. The first
Find the
first-
source. Find the
No,
scientific
the first glass
journal.
of alcohol, like wine. If you have a glass of wine, it's
Source
actually good
is
for
trust
you.
me, bro.
It's good for you.
Source.
Everything in
No, I don't know. I'm just trolling.
Because
We're just trolling.
even like in France, and you can drink wine from your like 5. I swear.
I don't know.
You can drink it with your like a meal. Like they'll give it to
fair.
children in like.
No, I think
restaurants.
that's
So because in Dubai,
Nah.
I'm not gonna say what they do in Dubai.
they
but
throw
that doesn't
stones
mean
at-
that's okay.
Let me actually
Just
look
because they
this
throw
up.
stones at
I
women,
did
that's
this in-
they do that in Dubai.
I did this in maths.
Does that mean that it's okay? It doesn't make it okay because they do it in another country.
Wait, first.
They tell us do that in this country.
In America, they
People
have
be
a
going
death
to Dubai like it's a holiday place, bro. Dubai is not. Dubai is crazy. You cannot step out without a hijab, bro. The women couldn't drive for a long time there, bro.
Yeah. Decreased risk of cardiovascular disease, cognitive decline.
I say it's good for your heart. Yeah.
You see?
Like a little bit.
You see?
A glass of red wine, good for your heart.
A glass of Rays keeps the doctor away.
Wikipedia, G.
Yeah, this is
That's a sign.
Someone edited that this morning. You know, I drunk.
You edited it right now.
I drunk could edited this to make people to win in a pub argument. That's what he did.
all amounts of wine. Small amounts.
Yeah. All right.
A lot of things could be medicinal.
In moderation. In moderation. Anything in moderation, bro. Too much of anything is bad for you.
I feel like
There's something we
being a me
saw
is
about
never good for you.
What?
No.
So that could be sad.
Actually,
Drink.
unless you
Being a me and watching porn is never good for you.
fixing
That's
the
something that's
balance.
not good
Yo,
for
that's
you.
that
mic to her.
That's what alcoholics are for.
When I edit this thing and there's audio that you can't even hear half the time, it's gonna be long.
Be like,
I wouldn't say
sucking toes
everything in
makes you-
moderation, bro.
Not everything, but anything you do.
Everything. That's
No,
Every
being
single
a me
thing
in moderation is not
What'd
good.
you say?
Porn in moderation is not
So
good.
if I beat my meat
If
once
you
every
take-
3
yeah,
weeks,
that's not gonna do anything to you.
It is. If you watch
But
porn every now and then.
Porn in moderation, bro. You know, we
Okay,
see
watching
porn.
porn-
No. We see porn. No.
Do you know how
Okay,
destructive that is, though?
Let me explain. You know, we
No.
see porn when we don't even like. You just be scrolling Instagram, be seeing
That's-
breasts. That's porn.
No,
You
but
see
get
black,
off
that's
it, so get
porn.
off it, so put not interested.
No. But listen.
put not interested.
Let me explain. That that's not gonna do anything. If I see
It is though.
Let her land, bro.
if I see breast every 2 weeks, it's not gonna kill me.
No, it kind
It's not even a fact of killing you.
Okay,
it's not a fact of killing you.
Do you know the dopamine that is released when a man sees that?
I don't get any dopamine when I see breasts.
Yeah, because you're not a man.
Even if I see a dick, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not the same. I don't think you understand the dopamine that is released when a man sees that.
Here's my take on it.
And also,
here's my take on it.
Do you know what porn leads to?
What does it lead to?
It leads to like pedophiles. It leads to rapists. Like
because people.
This is facts. This is dead facts.
Here's the thing.
This is dead facts.
People who are only watching porn and not even like they've never even touched a woman before. They have a skewed vision of what
exactly
sex is.
These are people that are fucking that only see
And also,
porn.
why am I? You understand? Like most men, like they're not gonna say this out loud, but most men when they see that breast, that it makes your mind see women as an object. It literally is a study showing that men that watch even porn in moderation, it makes them look at women more as an object rather than a human being.
Okay, I'm not talking about the people that are going on Pornhub looking for porn. Like I'm saying,
But that's how it's gonna go.
You're going on Instagram. I'm talking about moderation. I'm not talking about overdoing it. Like you don't have to go be looking up.
Doing it though. You're not really, you can't.
That's like me saying I'm going outside and seeing breasts. I'm talking about people that come on, team. You know what watching porn is. You can't really watch
every
porn.
month. You're not gonna fucking.
But here's the thing. Here's the separation that I will make. I don't think watching porn is good for you in any capacity.
Period.
But beating your meat is also, you don't have to watch porn to beat your meat at the same time.
I just feel like why do you need to beat your meat? Just control yourself.
No. I
just feel like just control your urges though.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But then also,
man,
when you build stuff up, it doesn't get good. Like you have to release it somehow.
I feel like that's the conception that a lot of people have though. They feel like that's the way you have to be. You could just control yourself.
No, you could. And
I'll be honest. I'll be honest as well.
If you don't, I'll be real. If you don't beat your meat for a long time, you'll just have a wet dream and then release it that way.
Not necessarily though.
What do you mean?
That is a myth. That is dead. That's not true.
No, I'm not even.
That's just looking from his personal experience.
Yeah, you're talking from personal experience. The thing is, there's a lot of things that humans think is normal. It's not. You know, we read it for a long time. Like, bro, porn is not normal.
I'm not talking about porn. I'm talking about beating your meat.
Okay, beating your meat. Even the idea that you have to beat your meat, like what? Like, why?
Well, the argument that I've heard is when you leave stuff built up, it doesn't get healthy. I don't know the facts. But that's just the argument.
I think what is you should channel that energy. I feel like
if you like went until like you're 30, you never beat your meat, what would happen?
You use that same energy
to be getting girl.
Exactly.
You using that energy
to talk to real life women. And also
because you're gonna want to get that feeling from not from your hand. You're gonna get it from someone else.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Okay.
Well, no, I'll be so real.
Exactly.
If you're
gonna try to
get intimacy,
you're gonna try and get in other ways.
Don't. I mean, I can't speak for everyone. You just don't have those urges.
Exactly.
That's true. I don't know if anything that any of you guys have said right now is true. Like,
really?
It's not factual.
It's just don't trust me, bro.
Do you think sex is not intimate act?
I feel like
I think sex is an intimate
you're
act.
less likely to masturbate because you're already like fucking.
You just because more time.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Dad.
Don't watch this part. No, but
this is the real life conversation though.
This is towards the end of the episode, so don't even mind. But here's what I'm saying. If you're actually doing the real thing, porn is just not even going to be attractive to you because you're like, I've gotten the real thing. Why do I need to go back?
Why do you need to watch two people having sex
you know what I'm saying?
that don't even like each other?
I don't even know these people.
I just think we need to go back to realizing, okay, this one is a factual study that when someone has more sexual partners, they're more likely to get divorced.
That's what I said to you the other day.
It's because
you're comparing.
It's not even just because like humans. I feel like now in this obviously Gen Z, back to the Gen Z, we've kind of lost the idea of like sex being an intimate act like between two people. I see it like that.
Sexual partners is actually crazy.
Alright, cool.
I feel like he's been waiting to talk.
I've been waiting.
Go.
Listen, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to say I'm polygamous. I'm not trying to say none of that. Yeah. I'm just saying this. What are we talking about? Because if we're talking about what is natural, then getting married isn't exactly a natural act. That's not something. Animals don't settle down.
And chimpanzees be beating their meat too.
But animals don't set up recording and have these deep. We're conscious beings. We need to understand that.
That's not my point. I'm not saying. Okay. I'm saying a lot of the time people will say certain things are unnatural. Brushing your teeth is not natural. Showering and smelling nice is not natural. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that's the argument I feel like we should push to the side. I don't think porn is healthy.
Yeah.
cool. And I don't think beating your meat every day is healthy, of course. But I'm not trying to call out niggas that beat their meat or watch porn. Because as has been said before, I think, I'll put it like this, yeah. If I decided today that I'm not gonna do any more, I'm not gonna drink, I'm not gonna watch TV, I'm not gonna smoke weed, I'm not gonna
complete dopamine detox.
If I decide I'm gonna detach from all these things that are inherent, like that are actually probably damaging, then I'd probably be a better person. Right, I probably have a clearer mind. I probably have more peace of mind. Like, you know, monks be looking pretty cool all the time. Yeah. Having good because they're detached.
Can't lie, they found a monastery full of crystal meth. Like quite recently.
You understand my point? People that are detached.
Sauce rap.
I'll Google it right now.
I beg find the sauce because that's serious.
I'll Google it right now.
My point is that. Yeah, you can detach from a lot of things that are probably not good for you, but that's not what everything in moderation means. It doesn't mean that porn is good for you if you do it a little bit. It means that it's not damaging. You can mitigate damages.
Here, guys,
if you use it in a way that's
vice. Okay.
If you use it in a way that's, you know what I'm trying to say?
I get you, but the problem with people, we say that and then you see with dopamine, that's not how dopamine works. Dopamine does not work like that.
Wait, sorry, what was the point you were making?
Now we're having a different conversation.
It's fine.
I don't think that though, because that's not a realistic standard to set on human beings.
Different conversation. Whether or not you are, because if we're talking about self-control, if you can control yourself to not wank,
some people can beat their meat once a year. They say, on the 31st of
but I think that's just not a realistic thing though. But I don't think that's a realistic thing though.
Yeah.
I just don't think human beings, the way dopamine is it's a very addictive thing. Yeah. It's like we don't internalize it like, I'm just gonna beat my meat once a week. Once you do it, not
everybody's like that. I'll be real, not everyone's like that.
Right now, live, there are people who are addicted to alcohol, and I don't drink tough. When I drink, I drink. When I do, I don't. I can go months.
Yeah, but that's because. But that's because you don't actually do it like that.
That's my point.
But I'm saying
moderation. That's what moderation is you moderate the amount you allow yourself to have.
But you have the self-control to stop though.
Exactly, and you have the self-control to do it every so often.
And you have the self-control, for example, if we're talking about porn, to not. Do you get what I'm saying? Abstain completely.
Yeah.
That's all
some people lack the self-control, and that's when they go crazy and they fall off.
It's about if you are moderating it,
okay,
then that's fine. But it's about the fact that you believe that people are saying everything in moderation and then not moderating it.
Okay, I feel like
that's all cool. That's all cool.
At the same time, I think alcohol and porn are quite different. I don't think alcohol gives you the same level of dopamine as porn does. Let's be fair. I don't think when you're. I don't know if that's true. That's what I'm saying. I don't think alcohol. I don't think alcohol and.
Some people just say they don't even get.
I don't think alcohol and sex give you the same level though.
Guys, I'll be real. That's all well and good, guys. That's all well and good.
What?
But a Buddhist temple left without monks after they all test positive for meth. Is what I found.
That.
Well, why can't they do meth?
From Vice TV.
No, bro, please, someone tell me why they can't.
No, because it's just like, real reason. Isn't that like against the whole?
Because that's hypocrisy,
religion?
Yeah.
No, just because they're a monk doesn't mean they're Buddhist.
Nah, it's a Buddhist temple, bro. It's just Buddhist temple left.
It goes against their whole.
After they all test positive for meth.
Yeah, the hypocrisy.
Guys.
They're doing the end thing, I guess.
Yeah, well, they're on different swag, different steez. You don't know about that steez, bro. The meth Buddhist steez. You don't know about it. That's why you're jealous. You're just jealous. Don't worry. You're just jealous. That's why you don't know about it. That's okay.
They're on the timing. They're on the unknown swag.
Anyways, guys, that is coming to the end of the Blood Clot episode.
Alright, wait, hold on. Before we end, for 5 mil, would you try crack?
Yes.
5 mil is a lot of money. I can do a lot with 5 mil.
I can make 5 mil without taking crack.
Everything in moderation is fine, so I'm.
Crack. You see, that's the problem with that statement. You're condoning crack with that statement, and that's what I don't like.
No, I only do crack. No, bro. I only do crack. I only do crack once a week, bro. So it's okay.
Team is a crackhead. Team will do crack. Whoever has crack in his place, give it to her today.
Listen, bro.
Whoever has 5 mil and is willing to give team a crack, give it to her today. Please. She's willing to become a crackhead. You will see her in St. Paul's.
Listen. Wow. Anyway, listen. Okay. Everything in moderation is fine. I'm not saying that I'm gonna do crack once a week. I'm only doing crack for the 5 mil, and then I'm not gonna do it again.
Hey, move up, Sid. Let's do it.
You think I ever become a crackhead? That's you.
Anyways, guys.
What's in a 5 mil? Spend it all on crack. That's what you're gonna do.
Anyways, guys, this has been the
Bedroom
Project.
Project.
I'm Tima.
And I'm Ray.
I'm Ray.
And I'm Tobi.
And that's Kwaku.
And this is Kwaku.
Bye.
Bye. Have a nice life.
That was crazy.
I'm definitely doing crack. You can't even answer it. You can't even answer it.
If I actually did track only one time, is it actually that bad? Like.